Hello everyone, welcome to Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. My name is Vibhati and in today's session I'll discuss your physics paper with you of your All India test series. So let's start with question number 1. The dimensions of a rectangular block measured with a vernier calipers having least count 0.1 millimeter is 5 millimeter into 10 millimeter into 5 millimeter. The maximum percentage error in the measurement of the volume of the block is. So delta V upon V into 100% will be delta L upon L into 100% plus delta B upon B into 100% plus delta H upon H into 100%. Right, so over here it will be delta L is 0.1 millimeter, L is 5 into 100 plus it is 0.1 divided by 10 into 100% plus delta H is 0.1 divided by H is 5 into 100, right. So, this will give you 5%. Next is this one, a particle moves in a space along the path z is equals to ax cube plus by square in such a way that dx upon dt is equal to dy upon dt is equals to c. C is constant. The acceleration of the particle is, so over here if you double differentiate x with respect to time and y with respect to time, it will be differentiation of c square that is equal to 0 because c is constant, right. So, let us differentiate this equation with respect to time. So, it will be a 3 x square dx upon dt plus 2b y dy upon dt. Now, let us further differentiate it. So, it is d2z upon dt square, that is 3a x square d2x upon dt square plus I am applying product rule between these two. So, this will be 3a dx upon dt into 2x dx upon dt plus this will be 2by d2y upon dt square plus it will be 2b dy by dt into differentiation of y will be dy by dt. Applying product rule for y and dy by dt over here. So, it will be see, this term is 0 because dx square upon dt square is 0. This term is 0 because d2y upon dt square is 0. So, we have 3a into 2x dx upon dt whole square, that is c square, plus this is 2b into dy by dt whole square, that is c square. So, this is 6ax into c square plus 2b into c square, and this is the acceleration along z axis over here. So, it will be 6a c square x plus 2b square k cap, which is option 1. Now, next is this one, power supplied by a particle of mass 2 kg varies with time as 3t square upon 2 watt. Here t is in second. If velocity of the particle at t is equals to 0 is k is equals to 0. So, at t is equals to 0, velocity is 0, that means kinetic energy at t is equals to 0 is 0. The velocity of the particle at t is equals to 2 seconds will be. So, power is dw upon dt, that is 3 by 2 t square. So, dw is 3 by 2 t square dt. We are integrating it from 0 to w. And this will be your 0 to 2. So, it will be w is equals to 3 by 2 t square, integration is t cube by 3, 0 to 2. So, this is 3 by 2, 8 by 3, that is equal to 4, right. So, over here kinetic energy work done is 4 joules and that is equal to change in kinetic energy k final minus k initial. So, k final will be 4 because k initial is 0. So, it is half m v final square is equals to 4. So, v square is 4. So, v is equals to 2 meter per second. Next is this one, the velocity and acceleration of a particle undergoing circular motion are 2 I cap meter per second and a is 2 I cap plus 4 j cap meter per second square respectively. What is radius of the circle? So velocity and centripetal acceleration are perpendicular. That means this is tangential and this is centripetal. I and j are perpendicular. So centripetal acceleration is v square upon r. V is AC is 4, v square is 2 into 2 divided by r. So r will be 1 meter over here. Next is this one. From a circular disc of radius r, a square is cut out with a radius as its diagonal. So we are cutting the square out like this. Okay. The distance of the center of mass of the remaining portion from the center of the disc is. So initially when there is no cutting, the center of mass of the disc will lie here at 0, 0. Now this diagonal is equals to r, and center of mass of this removed portion will lie here at r by 2 distance from the origin, right. So over here, if mass of the disc is m, then mass of the square portion will be what? So we have for pi r square area, we have m mass. So for one area we will be having m upon pi r square mass, and square has diagonal, that is a root 2 is equal to r. So a will be r upon root 2. So area of the square is a square, which is r square by 2. So for one unit area, mass of the portion is m upon pi r square. So for r square upon 2 area, mass of the square portion will be unit area mass into r square by 2. So this is m upon 2 pi. This is m upon 2 pi. So over here you can use this expression. That is how you can find mass, and center of mass of the remaining portion will be a1 x1 minus a2 x2 divided by a1 minus a2, or m1 x1 minus m2 x2 divided by m1 minus m2. So a1 is the area of the complete disc over here, which is pi r square. x1 is center of mass of complete disc, which is 0, minus a2 is the area of the removed portion, r square by 2, into x2 is the center of mass of the removed portion, r upon 2, divided by a1 minus a2, that is pi r square minus r square by 2. So over here you can write it as minus r cube divided by 8 divided by, you can take r square common. So it is 2 pi minus 1 divided by 2. So it is minus r upon 4 times, minus r upon 4 times, this will be 4, this will be 4, 2 times 2 pi minus 1, right. So now you can see that new center of mass is here at minus r upon 2 times 2 pi minus 1. So shift is this much, which is equal to this value, option 3. Next is this one. From a circular disc of radius r and mass 9 m, a small disc of radius r by 3 is removed from the edge. This portion is removed. The moment of inertia of the remaining disc about an axis perpendicular to the plane of the disc and passing through its center O is. So initial I total, when we are removing nothing, moment of inertia about this axis perpendicular to the center plane of the disc and passing through center is mr square by 2, m is 9m, r square by 2. Now I cut portion will be what? So basically this is center O and this is the portion that we are cutting. So this is the center of the cutting portion. So moment of inertia about this cutting portion, about this axis will be m dash r dash square by 2, right. So over here radius is r by 3, m dash will be m, because for complete pi r square area, mass is 9m. So for pi r by 3 whole square area, mass will be pi r square by 9. So mass will be 9m by 9. Area will be pi r square by 9. So mass will be m. So m will be the mass of this removed portion over here. So it is m r by 3 whole square by 2, right. So but we need to find its moment of inertia about this axis. So this is d. Now this d is nothing but complete r minus r by 3. So D over here is R minus R by 3, that is 2R by 3. ठीक है. So moment of inertia about O of this cut portion is ICM plus MD square. ICM will be M R square by 18 plus M D square is 2R by 3 whole square, that is 4 R square by 9, that is equal to 6 MR square by 18. So I remaining is I total minus I cut, which is 9 MR square by 2 minus 6 MR square by 18. So this is what? This is 3. So this is 27 minus 2 MR square by 6, right. So this will give you 4 MR square over here, right. This will give you 4 MR square over here, okay. So that is how you can find moment of inertia for the remaining portion. Now this is there's a solid sphere, each of mass m, there are 3 solid spheres, each of mass m and radius r are released from the position shown in the figure. The speed of any one sphere at time of collision would be. So basically at the time of collision, the spheres will be here, right, and speed of each sphere will be same because over here all the spheres are moving under the same attraction, right. So speed will be same, right. So initial potential energy of the system is what? For this 2 it is minus G m m divided by d, right, minus G m square divided by d. For this it will be same, for this it will be same. So it will be minus 3 times G m square divided by d, and that is equal to 3 times kinetic energy of each sphere plus 3 times final potential energy of this and this. So it will be 3 times final potential energy, but now separation between the centers will be 2r, right. So over here it is minus G m square divided by 2r, right. So 3 cancel. So we have G m square divided by 2r minus G m square divided by d is equals to half mv square. So over here m cancel. So we have G m into 1 upon 2r minus 1 upon d into 2. So it is 2 over here is equal to v square. So it is Gm into 1 upon r minus 2 upon d, square root will be your answer. Now next is this, in a cylinder piston arrangement is under a pressure P1, a soap bubble of radius r lie inside the cylinder. Soap bubble has the surface tension T. So pressure inside the soap bubble will be what? P1 plus 4T upon r, excess pressure. The radius of the soap bubble is 2 reduced by half. So if initial radius is r, final radius will be r by 2. So if initial volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, final volume will be 4 by 3 pi r upon 2 whole cube, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube divided by 8, right. That is 1/8 of the previous volume. If it is V, then final volume will be V upon 8. ठीक है. Find the pressure P2 to which air should be compressed isothermally. So for isothermal compression, P1 V1 is equals to P2 V2. So P1 is this and V1 is V, P2 is this and V2 is V upon 8, cancel. So we have 8 P1 plus 4T upon R is equal to P2 plus 8T upon R. So it is 8 P1 minus, okay, it is 32. 8 P1, we are multiplying this 8 over here. So it is 8 P1 plus 24T upon R, that is equal to P2. Next is this one, 2 open organ pipes of fundamental frequencies N1 and N2 are joined in series. So what is the fundamental frequency of the new pipe over here? So we have open organ pipes, right? So N1 will be V upon 2 L1, let's say L1 is the length of first pipe and N2 is V upon 2 L2 and 2 is the length of second pipe. So L1 is V upon 2 N1 and L2 is V upon 2 N2. Now if we join these two pipes in series, the effective length will be L1 plus L2. So N will be V upon 2 times L1 plus L2, that is V upon 2 times V upon 2N1 plus V upon 2N2, right? 2 cancel, V cancel. So this is N1 N2 divided by N1 plus N2, that is option 2. Next is this one, if 1 mole of monoatomic gas is mixed with 1 mole of diatomic gas, the value of gamma for the mixture. So it is N1 plus N2 upon gamma mixture minus 1 is equals to N1 upon gamma 1 minus 1 plus N2 upon gamma 2 minus 1. So N1 plus N2, 1, 1. So it is 2. Gamma mixture minus 1 is equals to 1 upon gamma 1 is 5 upon 3 minus 1 plus 1 upon 7 upon 5 minus 1. So this is 2 upon gamma mixture minus 1 is equal to, it will be 3 upon 2 plus 5 upon 2, that is 4. So gamma mixture minus 1 is 1 by 2. So gamma mixture is 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2, which is 1.50, option 2. Next is this one, an ideal monoatomic gas undergoes a cyclic process ABCA as shown in the figure. The ratio of heat absorbed during AB to work done during BC. So heat absorbed during AB V is directly proportional to temperature, that means it is isobaric process. So it will be NCP delta T, right? And in this case work done in BC process. So BC process is isothermal process. So it will be nRT ln V1 upon V2 over here. NN cancel, Cp, this is monoatomic gas. So it will be phi R by 2. Delta T for A to B is 2 T naught minus T naught, T naught. And RT ln V1 is 2 V naught, V2 is V naught. So it is 2 V naught divided by V naught is 2. RT naught and at BC temperature is 2 T naught. So T will be 2 T naught. So RT naught cancel. So we have phi upon 4 ln 2. Phi upon 4 ln 2, which is option 3. Next is this one. A ray of light passes from vacuum into medium of refractive index n. If the angle of incidence is twice that of angle of refraction, then the angle of incidence is. So n1 sin I, which is 2r, is equal to n2 sin r. So sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. So it is 2 sin r into cos r is equal to n sin r. Sin r cancel. So cos r is equals to n upon 2. So r is cos inverse n upon 2. R is cos inverse n upon 2, option 1. Next is this. A plate of thickness T is made up of material of refractive index mu over here. And this is placed in front of one of the slits in double slit experiment. What should be the minimum thickness T which will make the intensity at the center of the fringe pattern 0, right? So delta x for intensity at the center, path difference should be lambda by 2 over here, and it will be mu minus 1 into T, that is equal to lambda by 2 over here. So T will be lambda upon 2 times mu minus 1, which is option 3. Next is this one. One plate of a capacitor is connected to a spring and other plate is fixed as shown in the figure. Area of both the plates is A. In steady state, separation between the plates is 0.8 d. In steady state, that means net force on it is 0 when Kx and the electric force is balanced, steady state is achieved, and in that case separation between the plates is 0.8 d. So over here the compression extension in the spring will be what? It will be because of the decrease in the separation from d to 0.8 d, there will be extension in the spring, that is 0.2 d. So x is 0.2 d over here. The force constants. So Kx is equals to Fe, which is q square upon which will be q square upon 2 epsilon naught into A. Q is equals to CV. So, this is C square V square upon 2 epsilon naught into A. Now, K is unknown, X is 0.2D into C is epsilon naught A upon D, which is 0.8D as of now, whole square into V square upon 2 epsilon naught A. So, this is epsilon naught square A square upon 0.8 into 0.8 into D square into V square upon 2 epsilon naught A. Epsilon naught A cancel. So, we have K into 0.2D as this. So, after solving this one, we will get the value of the force constant K will be approximately this value. That is 4 epsilon naught AE square upon D cube. Alright. Now, next is this one. In the circuit shown, what is the potential difference between P and Q over here? So, let us assume that in this branch current is I1. So, it is positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, positive, negative. So, from P, then it is minus I into 1. Then it is plus 4, then it is minus 2 into I, and minus 2 is equal to Vp. So, over here 2 is equals to 3I. So, I is 2 upon 3 ampere. So, I in this one is flowing as 2 upon 3 ampere. So, I am walking on this path now. So, Vp minus 2 upon 3 into R plus 4 is equal to VQ, right. So, Vp minus VQ is 2 upon 3 minus 4, that is minus 10 upon 3 volt over here, which is option 4, none of this. Next is a capacitor of capacity 6 microfarad and initial charge 160 microcoulomb are connected with the key and different resistors as shown in the figure. Point M is earth. If key is closed at t is equals to 0, then the current through resistance at t is equals to 16 microsecond is. So, over here tau will be RC, right, R equivalent into C. R equivalent will be what? It is 2, 1, 1. This is 4. This is 4, 2, 2. This is 8. 4 and 8 are in parallel. So, R equivalent will be 8 into 4 divided by 8 plus 4. So, that is 8 by 3 ohm. So, this is 8 by 3 into C is 6. So, this will be 16 microsecond. Okay? So, over here T upon tau will be 16 microsecond divided by 16 microsecond, that is 1. So, I is equals to I naught e power minus t upon tau. So, it is I naught is I naught over here will be what? I naught will be CV, right, upon R equivalent. So, it is Q is equals to CV. So, V will be Q upon C, that is 160 microcoulomb. Q is equals to CV, V is Q upon C. 160 divided by 6 microcoulomb divided by R equivalent is 8 upon 3. So, it will be 20 by 2, 10. I naught is 10 e power minus 1. So, 10 upon E is the current. So, we need to find the current through this resistance, right. So, 10 upon E is the total current. So, this will divide itself into inverse ratio of the resistances over here. So, 10 upon E will divide itself in the ratio of 8 upon 8 plus 4, that is 12. So, it is 20 upon 3E, that is option 3. Next is this one, statement 1, ammeter is a low resistance galvanometer. Yes, we need resistance low for the ammeter. So, that is why we connect shunt resistance with the galvanometer. Voltmeter is high resistance galvanometer, right. We need high resistance for the voltmeter. So, we connect one resistance in series with the galvanometer to convert it into voltmeter. So, both the options are correct, right. So, correct answer is option 3. Next is, for making permanent magnets, steel is preferred over soft iron over here. for making permanent magnets, steel is preferred over soft iron over here. Okay, and reason is as retentivity of steel is smaller than the iron, right. So, both are correct. Okay, for making permanent magnet we prefer steel over soft iron and retentivity of the steel is smaller, right. So, both are correct, but reason R is not the correct explanation of the assertion over here. Next is, in an apparatus, the electric field was found to oscillate with amplitude this. Magnitude of oscillating magnetic field will be B naught is E naught upon C, right. So, over here this will be 18 divided by 3 into 10 power minus 8, that is 6 into 10 power minus 8 Tesla. Next is the number of alpha and beta minus particles emitted during radioactive decay from this to this is. So, over here this A value changes because of the alpha emission, not because of the beta emission, right. So, the difference is 226 between 2 is 20. That means, if 1 alpha is emitted, then the difference will be 4, but here we are getting 20 difference, that means 5 alpha particles are emitted, right. So, because of the 5 alpha particle emission, this Z value should decrease by 10, right. So, 88 minus 10 will be 78, but over here it is 82. So, because of the beta minus emission also, Z value increases by 1, right. So, over here it should be 78, but it is 82, that means it has 4 more values, that means Z is increasing by 4 because of the 4 beta minus emission. So, correct answer is option 3. Next is this one, a 4 kilogram block A is placed on the top of block B which rests on a smooth table. A to slip on B when a force of 12 Newton is applied. On A, then the maximum horizontal force F applied on B to make both A and B move together is 4x Newton. Find the value of x over here. So, in this case, net acceleration will be, both are moving together, right. So, it is 12 divided by 8 plus 4, 12, and it should be equal to friction in this case is F. So, it is F, that is equal to mu MEG, A is of 4G divided by, this should be mass of B 8, and if we apply the force on B, and if A and B are moving together, that means acceleration is same, that is F divided by 12, and that is equal to friction on this one will be in this direction, friction on this one will be in this direction, that is mu 4G divided by 4. So, if you divide it, you will get 12 upon F is equal to mu 4G, and there is 1 upon 2, F is 24. So, x will be 6 over here. Next is this one, a small pulley of radius 20 centimeter and moment of inertia this much is used to hang a 2 kilogram mass with the help of a massless string. If the block is released for no slipping condition, find the acceleration of the block. So, over here 2g downwards, tension upwards and acceleration downwards. So, over here 2g minus tension is equal to 2a, right, but we do not know tension. So, for that we have pulley. So, torque provided by the tension to the pulley is T into R, that is equal to I into alpha. Alpha is A upon R over here, right. So, in this case tension will be I A upon R square, that is 0.32 into A upon R square is 0.2 into 0.2, right. So, this will be 8A, tension is 8A. So, it is 20 minus 8A is equal to 2A. So, 10A is 20. So, A is 2 meter per second square. Next is this one. A block of mass 1 kilogram is resting on a smooth horizontal surface and is connected to a horizontal light spring of spring constant 6 Newton per meter with whose other end is fixed at vertical wall. Another block of mass 0.5 kg is placed over block M. If the coefficient of friction between the block is 0.4, find the maximum kinetic energy that the system can have for simple harmonic oscillation under the action of the spring, right. So, we need to find the maximum kinetic energy of the system under the action of the spring over here, right. So, in this case, see, Kx force will be what? Kx force will be mu n, which is m omega square into x, right. So, in this case bachcho, over here omega will be L upon m plus m, right. So, A max will be m omega square x upon k, and this will be A max will be your 1 meter. So, maximum kinetic energy is half K A square, that is equal to half K is 6 into A square is 1 square. So, it is 3 joules. Okay. Now, next is this one. Two identical conducting rods are first connected parallel to the vessel, one containing water at 100 degrees Celsius and other ice at 0 degrees Celsius in the second case. The rods are joined end to end. Initially, the rods are connected in parallel. Now, they are connected in series like this. If Q1 and Q2 be the rate of melting of ice in two cases respectively, then the ratio of Q1 upon Q2 is x. Find the value of Q. So, delta Q upon R is equal to what? Delta Q upon R is nothing but Q upon T, rate of flow of heat, heat current. So, over here delta theta upon R, delta theta. So, it is 100 upon R. So, these two are connected in parallel. So, equivalent thermal resistance will be R by 2, and that is equal to Q1 upon T over here. And for the second one, when connected in series, 100 upon 2R is equal to Q2 upon T. So, ratio of Q1 upon Q2 will be 4. Next is this one. Two identical rods, two identical charges are placed at the two corners of an equilateral triangle. The potential energy of the system is U. It is K Q square upon A, K Q1 Q2 upon A. The potential energy of the system is U. The work done in bringing an identical charge from infinity to the third vertex is xu. Find the value of x. So, if I bring third charge at the third vertex, total potential energy will be 3 times kq square upon A, which is equal to 3u. So, work done is change in potential energy, that is equal to 2u. So, x will be 2 over here. Next question is, a uniformly charged disk of radius r having charge q rotates with constant angular velocity omega. Find the magnetic dipole moment of the disk. Okay. So, over here in this situation, m upon L is q upon 2m. So, m is q upon 2m into L, right. L is angular momentum, that is equal to I omega. And this is a disk, so it is mr square by 2 into omega. 2 over here mm cancel. So, this is 1 upon 4 q omega r square, right. So, over here q omega r square. So, n will be 4. In this situation n is 4, right, q omega r square, this should be r square. Now, next is, in a certain circuit current changes according to time as 2 root t. Root means square, value of current between 2 to 4 will be. So, I square RMS is integration I square dt divided by integration dt. So, it will be integration I square dt is 4 t dt integration from 2 to 4 divided by integration dt from 2 to 4. So, this is 4 t square by 2 from 2 to 4 divided by 4 minus 2, that is 1 upon 2 into 2 t square 16 minus 4, that is 12, right. So, I square RMS is 12. So, I RMS is under root 12, which is equal to under root 2 into 6. So, x will be 6. Next is, light of wavelength from a sodium lamp fall on a photocell and causes the emission of photoelectrons for which the stopping potential is 0.5 volt. When light of wavelength this falls on the sodium lamp, stopping potential is this. With this data, value of H upon E is, so we have this EV naught is equal to Hc upon lambda 1 minus work function. So this is for first. For second condition, EV2 is equals to Hc upon lambda 2 minus work function over here. After solving equation 1 and 2, you will get the value of H upon E as lambda 1 lambda 2 into V1 minus V2 divided by C times lambda 2 minus lambda 1, and if you put all the values, you will get it as 4 into 10 power minus 15 volt into second. Next is this one, the current through an ideal PN junction shown in the figure is. So this is 1 volt, this is plus 2 volt. So this PN junction over here is reversed biased, right? P is connected to low potential, N is connected to high potential. So current will be 0 because it will offer infinite resistance. Next is this one, a TV transistor transmission tower has height this much. Signals broadcast from this tower will be received by LOS communication at a distance of what kilometer? So D is equals to under root 2 H R, this 2 into R is 6.4 into 10 power 6 into H is 240. So this will give you 55.4 kilometers. So approximately answer will be 55.
Welcome to the video solution of chemistry section of grand test number 18. I am Nitin Verma, a chemistry faculty at Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. So let's get started with the solution. In the first question, the correct increasing order of energy for the orbitals. So guys, energy of an orbital is proportional to n plus L value, and if n plus L value is same, then energy is proportional to n. So now you can apply this rule, right? So the correct answer would be here option 2, right? Because first n plus L is 3, then n plus L is 4. Here also n plus L is 4, but n value is higher, and here n plus L is 5. In this, which plot is correct for pressure versus density? So we know that density is equal to Pm by RT, right? That is, density is proportional to pressure, and pressure is also proportional to temperature. We know that from ideal gas equation also. So we fixed the density, then pressure will increase as the temperature will increase. So this is the correct answer. The solubility product for bismuth sulfide is this. So KSP I can write as number of cations raised to the power number of cations, number of anions raised to the power number of anions, solubility raised to the power number of cations plus anions. So KSP is given 108 into 10 raised to the power minus 75. I can rewrite it as, right, 2 square is 4, 3 cube is 27, 27 into 4 is 108 multiplied by solubility raised to the power 5. So yes, solubility raised to the power 5 is 10 to the minus 75. So solubility will be 10 to the minus 75, 1 by 5. So that will give us option 1 as the correct answer, 10 to the minus 15 mole per liter. Here, enthalpy of formation of ethane is 2 carbon plus 3 hydrogen gives you C2H6. Now we will look at the values which are given. They are given combustion. So whenever enthalpies of combustion are given, then enthalpy change in any reaction is the enthalpies of reactants minus enthalpies of products. So 2 multiplied by enthalpy of combustion of carbon, which is minus 394, plus 3 multiplied by the enthalpy of combustion of hydrogen, which is given to be minus 286, right, and then minus enthalpy of combustion of the product, which is ethane, which is minus 1560. So now you can do this calculation, right, and the correct answer will come out to be minus 86 kilojoule per mole. Here PCl5 dissociates to give PCl3 plus Cl2. We all know that, right? Equilibrium pressure is 2.46 atm. The equilibrium constant Kp for the dissociation of PCl5 will be. So guys, because we are taking 5 moles of PCl5, right, let us say x moles of PCl5 reacts, it will lead to the formation of x mole each of PCl3 and Cl2. At equilibrium, the total number of moles will be 5 minus x plus x plus x, and also because there are 2 mole of nitrogen, so yes, So there will be 2 mole of nitrogen. So that will be 5 minus x, okay. 5 minus x for PCl5, for PCl3 x, for Cl2 x, and then for nitrogen it is x, right. So this is 7 plus x. So total number of moles at equilibrium will be 7 plus x. Now we will use ideal gas equation. Total pressure is 2.46, volume is 200 liter, number of moles is 7 plus x, R is 0.082 and temperature is 600. So when you will solve, x will come out to be 3, right. Now you can calculate Kc, the concentration of PCl3, which is number of moles, x3 divided by volume 200, right. Similarly for Cl2, 3 divided by 200, and the concentration of PCl5 will be 5 minus x, 5 minus 3 is 2, 2 divided by 200, right. So this is what you will get Kc, and finally you will use this formula, Kp is equal to Kc RT raised to the power delta Ng. So Kc you will calculate from here, R you know, right, 0.082, temperature is 600, and delta Ng is gaseous moles of products, which is 1 plus 1 2, minus gaseous moles of reactant, which is 1. So if you will work it out, all this calculation you will do, you will get 1.1 as the correct answer, right. Then here N2 plus 3NH2 gives 2NH3. We are taking 56 liter of nitrogen with excess of hydrogen, and 20 liter of ammonia is produced. So you can say that 1 liter of nitrogen gives rise to 2 mole of ammonia, right, or 2 liter of ammonia. That means the amount of ammonia is twice the amount of nitrogen. So if this is 20 liter, it must be 10 liter that reacted. So the remaining would be 46 liters. Here the correct answer is statement 3. This is correct. Copper oxygen bonds are present because in water the donor atom is oxygen, but in copper sulfate dot 5H2O, ligands are coordinating with copper, oxygen and sulfur based ligand. No, they are just oxygen based ligand, they are not sulfur based ligands. Here iodine is oxidized to HiO3, where the oxidation of the central atom iodine, you can find out it is +5. Very simple question. Pig iron is obtained by heating cast iron. No, it is directly obtained from blast furnace, so that is incorrect. Pig iron is a higher carbon content than that of cast iron, so both statement A and B are incorrect. Very simple, the second option is the correct answer. NiCO4 is tetrahedral, guys, right, because nickel is 3D8 4s2. It's in zero oxidation state. All the electrons are forced into d orbital, leaving a vacant s orbital, and thereby sp3 hybridization. So A matches with first, B matches with fourth, because here nickel is in 3D state, 3D8 state, where we have dsp2 hybridization is square planar, and cyanide is a strong field ligand, it forms inner orbital complex, so d2sp3, and D is f6 because fluorine is a weak field ligand, it cannot force pairing of electrons, so outer orbital complex sp3d2, that is the correct answer. Here all the statements are correct actually, right, because beryllium hydride on hydrolysis as well as aluminum carbide, beryllium carbide as well as aluminum carbide on hydrolysis produced methane. They are amphoteric in nature, they form chlorobridget dimers and with 3 center 4 electron bonds, and they both nitride on hydrolysis produce ammonia gas, right. So of course here first when you hydrolyze it, this is acetic acid, then this is calcium acetate, right, and then on dry distillation it will produce acetone, right, it will produce acetone, and on Clemmensen reduction it will give you propane. So now the question is, if propane undergoes monochlorination, then how many isomers it can give? Of course 2, because 1 chloropropane and 2 chloropropane, there are only 2 possibilities. What is the product of the following reaction? So Hex 3 vinyl, so there is a aldehydic linkage, NaBH4 reduces that to alcohol, right, PBr3 converts that to CH2Br, nucleophilic substitution reaction, Mg ether converts that to Grignard reagent, so CH2MgBr, and when you react it with carbon dioxide, it's a electrophilic attack, right, so that is converted to CH2COH, right, so carbon dioxide is joined. So which is the correct answer? This one. Triple bond is going to remain there, right, that will not be reduced. Which is the following sequences of good So that is this, right? So when you reacted with thionyl chloride, it becomes CH2Cl. When you reacted with NaCN, so that becomes CH2CN. And when you reduce it with catalytic reduction, so pi bonds go away, you get CH2NH2. So you get R CH2 CH2NH2. That is the correct set of choice. In this, trans isomer is a plane of symmetry. It will not be optically active, right? So this is trans isomer. It has a plane of symmetry, as you guys can see, right? So it is not optically active. Cis does not have a plane of symmetry, so that will be optically active. So the correct answer is A cannot be optically active, B can be optically active. Here they are not thermally stable, they are thermally unstable, right? They both on heating produce oxide followed by the evolution of carbon dioxide. Other statements are correct. Here penicillin is a bacteriostatic, no, it's bactericidal. The general structure of penicillin, yes, so statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is true. An organic compound A gives violet coloration with ferric chloride. It has to be a phenol. On treatment with chloroformine KOH, Riemann-Tiemann reaction, it gives salicylaldehyde or a derivative thereof. A compound B can also be obtained from compound C on reaction with PCC, which is a mild oxidizing agent. So the correct answer to this question is this, guys, because yes, it gives violet coloration, neutral ferric chloride test, conformity test for phenols. Then when it undergoes Riemann-Tiemann reaction, it gives salicylaldehyde. Yes, B is the product, but B can also be obtained by the reaction of this with PCC. Yes, it's a primary alcohol. On oxidation with PCC, it yields aldehyde. So C can also give B on oxidation, right? So this is the correct set of molecules. Incorrect order, this, right? NH bond will be most polar because of the greatest electronegativity difference. Other orders are correct. Here, soda lime decarboxylation. So this will go away. We will get methane. Methane on monochlorination, it will give CH3Cl, and that under Wood's reaction will give CH3CH3. So Z can also be, that is ethane can also be obtained as the anode as a major product during Kolbe's electrolysis by using concentrated aqueous solution of potassium acetate. Yes, we know that if I take acetate and electrolyze it, right, that is if we make it undergo Kolbe's electrolysis reaction, then first it gives radical, then it gives this, and then 2-methyl radical, they produce ethane, right? That will be the correct answer. In this reaction, we know that E naught cell is equal to 0.059 divided by number of electrons and log Kc, right? Number of electrons will be 1 because 1 electron is being transferred from one copper to another copper. E naught cell is E naught cathode minus anode. So cathode is +1 to 0, right, which is 0.52, and anode is +1 to +2, which is 0.16. So this is your E naught cell and equate it to 0.059 by n log Kc, right. So of course they have not given the value of log, right, too bad, you will have to calculate it, then you will get the answer of x as 144. So actually the equilibrium constant comes out to be 14.4. I'll tell you a short trick to this. So ideally it would be 1:1, right, but it is 0.93. So there are 7 ferrous that are missing, or maybe like iron. So 7 are missing. So the cation of higher valence, that is ferric, they will be 14. Simple trick. 7 are missing, so ferric will be double, higher valence will be double, 14. Now remaining will be ferrous, 79, right. So what is the percentage of ferrous, that will be number of ferrous, that is 79 divided by total, which is 93 multiplied, right. So you will get here 85%, which is nothing but 5 into 17, that is the correct answer. In this first order reaction, the time required for 67% completion is x into 10⁻⁻1 times the half-life of the reaction, right. So half-life, as we know, it is ln2 divided by rate constant. From here you can determine the half-life, right, and then time is 1 upon rate constant, initial concentration, let's take it to be 1, right, and 67% completion matlab 2 by 3rd completion, so 1 by 3rd is left, so this will be ln 3, right. So work it out, you will get the time as 16 actually, right, that is the right correct answer. Here acetic acid initial concentration is 0.2, after adsorption it is 0.1, so what is the change? 0.1 molar, right, multiplied by volume, so this is 20 millimole of acetic acid had been adsorbed, which is this, right, 1.2 gram. Now the mass of acetic acid adsorbed per gram of carbon is, that is 2. So the correct answer is 2. The total number of acetic oxide from the following list is 4. These two are neutral, right? This is acidic, this is acidic, this is neutral, this is acidic, this is acidic. So 4 are there. Which of the following species are aromatic? A total of 6 species are aromatic. You guys can see, right? This has 8 pi electron, not aromatic. This has 6 electrons, it is aromatic, right? These two rings are aromatic, right? Then 2 pi electrons, this is also aromatic. This is not aromatic, this is anti-aromatic, right? And this is will be aromatic, this will be not be, right? And then this and this, right? So total of 6 molecules that are aromatic. Here major alkene will be this, because this will be CH2 ethyl group, right? So this is ethyl group. So this is Hoffman elimination, guys. Always remember, quaternary ammonium salt, they undergo Hoffman elimination. So this bond is breaking, right? Tertiary amine is departing as the leaving group, and one of the beta hydrogens will be removed. So the smallest alkene that you can get is ethene. Now what is the molar mass of ethene? Of course 24 plus 4, 28 gram, right? So 28 gram is the molecular mass of the major alkene produced, Hoffman least stable alkene. Because it is tetrapeptide, so it has 4 different amino acids and 3 peptide linkages. So the answer would be 1. Very simple question, guys. The number of compounds that give iodoform test is 6, right? So you can figure that out. I'll tell you the hint, right? So these compounds give the iodoform test, guys, and these compounds give the iodoform test, any compound. So you might think that ethanol will not give, but yes, ethanol also gives. Acetaldehyde is the only aldehyde that gives this test, right? Similarly, this will also give this test, right? This will also give. So you can figure out, right? Any compound that has either of these two linkages will give iodoform test. Here the correct answer is 5. You can figure out chlorine gas combining, forming molecule, that will be exothermic. Sodium ion, fluorine gaining electron gain enthalpy of fluorine is negative, and the bond formation will be again exothermic. This will also be negative, right? Chlorine gaining electron gain enthalpy, that will also be negative. If you remove electron from aluminum, that is endothermic. If you add electron to aluminum 2+ ion, that will be again exothermic, right? Phosphorus gaining electron, that will also be exothermic. Nitrogen gaining electron, neon gaining electron, nitrogen gaining electron, they are not exothermic, right? The electron enthalpy of noble gases is positive, electron enthalpy of nitrogen is positive, and sublimation is always endothermic. So here the correct answer will be 5. Okay, so that's all in this solution paper, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Yeah, dear students, now let us see the mathematics part of this question paper. So question number 1, related to complex numbers, Z1, Z2, Z3 are vertices of a triangle such that Z3 is given. So magnitudes of Z1, Z2 are also given. You see this condition, can I write it as modulus of Z2 plus IZ1 as modulus of IZ1 plus modulus of Z2? Yes, because mod I is 1, we can write. You see, if it is like this, we can say that Z2 IZ1 as well as 0 are collinear, my dear friends. These 3 points are collinear. That means argument of IZ2 is equal to argument of Z2, my dear friends. Argument of I is pi by 2 plus argument of Z2 is equal to argument of, you can say this is IZ1, this is, you can write argument of, let me write pi by 2 plus argument of Z1 is equal to argument of Z2, from which I can say argument of Z2 minus argument of Z1 is pi by 2, one observation. And now you see Z3 is given by this. If you could simplify this, my dear friends, you can rearrange it as Z3 minus Z2 is equal to I into Z3 minus Z1. So from which I can say that first point is mod Z3 minus Z2 is equal to mod Z3 minus Z1. So if they are A, B, C, this is CA is equal to, this is CB is equal to CA. Second point, argument of Z3 minus Z2 by Z3 minus Z1 is argument of I is pi by 2. That means they form a right angle triangle, my dear friends. Here at Z3 say Z1, Z2. So Z3, Z2 magnitudes, these are equal, and he has given argument of Z1 is 3, Z2 is 4, from which, my dear friends, this information gives magnitude of Z1 minus Z2. Here these two are perpendicular, right? This is 3, this is 4. Magnitude of Z1 minus Z2 is going to be 5. So this is 5. I can say these two are equal, say K, K. Of course, this is going to be 5 by root 2, right? 5 by root 2, 5 by root 2. He is asking area of the triangle is half into base into height, 25 by 4 is the answer. That is it. Next, my dear friends, this is a simple determinant. You apply operations, with the help of this you make it equal to 0, you are going to get 2 plus sin 2 theta, it is going to be. Now its maximum value when sin 2 theta is 3. So I can say alpha, beta respectively the maximum and minimum values, right. So alpha is going to be 3, beta is going to be, when this is minus 1, this is 1, my dear friends, that is all. So alpha plus beta power 99 is going to be 4, correct. Alpha cube 27 minus 1 is 26, correct. This is also correct, but this you see a triangle can be constructed having its sides as alpha, beta, alpha minus beta. 3, 1, 2. With this measurement triangle cannot be constructed because sum of any two sides must be greater than third side. So this fails, so this is the answer because he said false. Okay. Next, dear students, these are system of 3 equations. He said the system of linear equations has infinitely many solutions. Consider the augmented matrix A by B, rearrange such that rank of A is equal to rank of A by B, of course less than 3, that is equal to 2. You arrange, you are going to get the value of the unknown K, you are going to get maybe 5. Okay, you can do this, right. So I think you can do, right. So this is 1, 2, minus 3, minus 2, second one 3, minus 1, 4, 3, third one 6, 5, K minus 3. You just apply, my dear friends, 1, 2, minus 3, minus 2, triple and subtract. This is triple minus 6, no, minus 7. This is 9 plus 4, 13. This is triple is 6 plus 3, 9. Into 6 and subtract 0. 12 means minus 7. This is into 6 is minus 18, which you can say K plus 18, my dear friends. So this is also going to be minus 6, you can say this is minus 12, minus 3 is 9. So if you subtract, this is 0, this is 0, this should also be 0 when you subtract with 13, K must be, my dear friends, minus 5, that is all. Okay. Next, there are 12 pairs of shoes in a box, then the possible number of ways of picking up 7, so that there are exactly 2 pairs. Out of 12 pairs you select 2 pairs, that means 4 shoes are selected. Now you have to select 10 pairs are left, you have to select 3 out of which there is no pair. So you select 3 pairs out of which there will be 6 shoes, that means 3 pairs. From each pair either you take left or right. So 2 ways, 2 ways, 2 ways. So this is going to be 63360, friends. Next, you see x mod x graph, x is taken between minus 1 to 1. So domain is minus 1 to 1, even codomain is also minus 1 to 1. When x is positive, it is x square, my dear friends. When x is negative, it is minus x square. Clearly it is 1 1, range is also codomain, so it is a bijective function, because every horizontal line cuts the curve at max only one point. So it is 1 1 and 2. Next, my dear friends, the position vectors of the points, you see my dear friends, A, B, C are given. So whereas A is 4 7 8, B is, you can say 2 3 4, C is 2 5 7. Now the angular bisector divides the base in the ratio of other two sides. Simply let it be, my dear friends, A B C. You just find AB, suppose this length is C, AC, suppose this is B. Just find the point which divides BC in the ratio C is to B. You are going to get this particular point. That is what he is asking here. Next, my dear friends, the common tangent to the parabola. Any tangent to this parabola can be taken as y is equal to mx plus a by m. To this parabola you can take as y is equal to mx minus m square. If it is a common tangent, these two must be same. That means m cube is equal to minus 1, m is minus 1. If m is minus 1, y plus x minus 1, y plus x is equal to minus 1. So y plus x plus 1 equal to 0 is the tangent. It is touching this circle also now. Perpendicular distance from center 0 plus 0 plus 1 by root 2 is mod c, my dear friends, right, is equal to radius. So c is equal to, you can say, so center to this line perpendicular distance is equal to, we can say, c value. So this is going to be 1 by root 2, that is it. Next, a circle of radius 4 unit touches the coordinate axis in the first quadrant. Now you see the equation of its image with respect to the line mirror about y is equal to 0. It is, so this circle's center is going to be, suppose this is 4 comma 4 is the center here, right. This is 4 comma minus 4. 4 comma minus 4 is going to be this, and radius should also be 4, my dear friends. So this is the answer, because the center must lie in fourth quadrant. This cannot be, and this cannot be, my dear friends. Next, a variable tangent of the circle intersects the ellipse at P and Q. So a variable tangent of this particular circle cuts the ellipse. Suppose there is some ellipse here, okay. So actually this is x square by 4 plus y square by 2. You can see, my dear friends, x square by 4 means here it is 2, y square by root 2, this is the ellipse. This is a circle with center 0 0 radius 1. A variable tangent of this circle cuts the ellipse at P and Q, okay. Then the locus of the points of intersection of the tangents, okay. So this locus is nothing but, suppose this point is x1 y1, this is going to be the chord of contact. Chord of contact is s1 is equal to 0. If you choose this point as x1 y1, chord of contact of this point about the ellipse x1 plus 2 into y1 minus 4 equal to 0. Now this must be tangent to our circle. You just apply perpendicular distance from center 0 0 minus 4 by root of x1 square plus 4y1 square is equal to radius 1. You will get an ellipse equation, my dear friends. X square plus 4y square is equal to 16. That is x square by 16 plus y square by 4 is equal to 1. So it is an ellipse with eccentricity 12 by 16, 3 by 4, root 3 by this is going to be. So it is an ellipse, my dear friends, okay. Next, I can say here, a hyperbola touches y axis and its center and one of the foci. Center C is 5 by 2 comma 20, one focus S is equal to 10 comma 24. Of course, my dear friends, you can find S dash, this is the midpoint, right. So double and subtract 5 minus 10 is minus 5, 40 minus 24 is 16, and the distance between S dash is 2AE is equal to root of 15 square plus 8 square, 8 15 17, 2AE is 17, so AE is equal to 17 by 2. Moreover, the perpendicular distance from the two foci onto some tangent is B square, my dear friends. So, this focus to y axis perpendicular distance is mod x1 5, this perpendicular distance is 10 is equal to b square, my dear friends. For an ellipse, b square is equal to a square into 1 minus e square, a square minus a square e square. So, b square is 50, my dear friends, a square is not known, a square e square is 289 by 4, from which you will get a. He wants in fact the length of the transverse axis, that is 2a he wants. You can find 2a from this, my dear friends. Okay. This is 100, 389 by 4 under root into 2, my dear friends, you are going to get the answer. Okay. Right. This is b square is equal to a square minus, yeah, this is the thing. Next, my dear friends, the shortest distance between z axis and the line is here in unsymmetric form. So, if at all you want this and z axis, if you want shortest distance, consider the plane containing this line. You see, x plus y plus 2z minus 3 plus lambda into this is 2x plus 3y plus 4z minus 4 equal to 0. So, friends, x plus 2 lambda into 1 plus 2 lambda into x plus 1 plus 3 lambda into y plus 2 plus 4 lambda into z plus, my dear friends, minus 3 minus 4 lambda equal to 0. Now, this is the plane. In shortest situation, you see z axis must be parallel to the plane. That means the normal drs of this plane and z axis dr 0 0 1 must be such a way that they are perpendicular, the dot product is 0. So, lambda is equal to minus 1 by 2, my dear friends. If you put lambda is minus 1 by 2, you will get the plane equation, that is 2x minus 2x got cancelled, this is 2y minus 3y is minus y, this is 4z minus 4z got cancelled, this is minus 6 plus 4 minus 2 equal to 0, y is equal to 2, my dear friends. Now, perpendicular distance, you choose any point on y axis, say 0 0 1, from there to this line perpendicular distance you try to find, you are going to get 2 units, my dear friends. Next, the distance of the point from a plane measured parallel to the line. It is a standard question, my dear friends. So, point to plane perpendicular distance, we have formula. If you want the distance parallel to some line, you just take its DCs, m by root of 9 plus 1 10, 10 plus m square, m by root of m square plus 10 and 1 by root of m square plus 10. Now, perpendicular distance from this point, which point 1 minus 2 3 to that line, that is 1 minus 4 minus 9 plus 10, my dear friends, by x quotient 1 into 3 by root of 10 plus m square plus 2 into m by root of 10 plus m square plus you can say this is next one minus 3 into 1 by root of m square plus 10. This is going to be root of 7 by 2. You will get a quadratic equation in m, you just solve, is asking mod m, my dear friends, that is all. Next, minimum of 1 comma x square comma x cube. Here y is equal to x square graph is this, suppose this is 1, x cube will be below here but it goes up here and x cube comes like this. Y is equal to x means at 0 0, at 1 1, this is the 1, my dear friends. Now, minimum of these two, suppose in fact these two will meet at minus 1, this line and this will meet at minus 1. Minimum of these three he is asking at 1 especially. So, minimum means x cube is minimum, you have to take out this part and after this minimum is x, my dear friends, you have to take out this part. Finally, you are going to get here minimum of these two means this part, that is x cube and here and then y is equal to x, this is x cube. Now, f of x is not continuous is false, f dash x greater than 0 for x greater than 1. If for x derivative is 1, f dash x positive, which of the following is correct? For all x greater than 1, for all x greater than 1, y is equal to x is the minimum. So, whose derivative is 1? He said greater than 0. So, which is greater than 0, correct. Next, f of x is continuous for all x belongs to R, but not differentiable at 1. Correct, my dear friends. 1 left side derivative 3x square 3, right side derivative 1. So, not differentiable is correct. In fact, this is also correct. He must give g greater than 1. And f of x is not differentiable at 2 points, my dear friends. In fact, this is also correct. He said then which of the following is correct? See, at minus 1 also, if you just observe, the minimum is x cube, and then in this case it is minimum is, you see, x cube. Here what is the minimum? X is the minimum, my dear friends. X is the minimum. Same logic you are going to get. This is the one. So, x cube left hand derivative 3x square minus 3, f of x is not differentiable at 2 points. This is also correct, my dear friends. And of course, at 0 also, here at 0 also it is not differentiable. You see, 0 left side derivative 1, right side derivative 0 at 3 points in fact. So, this is wrong. If you could arrange this, this could be the answer, my dear friends. Next, you see, f and g are two functions, differentiable functions satisfying. You see, f double dash x is equal to g double dash x means, so you can say f dash x mine is equal to g dash x plus some a, you can write plus some number, because if you take the derivative, f double dash x is equal to g double dash x plus 0 it will be. Now, my dear friends, if you just again, you can also write f of x is equal to g of x plus ax plus b. If you want to take derivative, f dash x is equal to g dash x plus a, whose derivative is f double dash x is equal to g double dash x. Now, friends, if you put x is equal to 1, f dash of 1 minus g dash of 1 is a. From here, my dear friends, 2 f dash of 1 is equal to g dash of 1. If you put x is equal to 1, my dear friends, you can say f dash of 1 minus g dash of 1 is going to be, see, from this 2 f dash of 1 minus g dash of 1 is equal to 0, but f dash of 1 minus g dash of 1, so you can say f dash of 1 plus f dash of 1 minus g dash of 1 is a is equal to 0. F dash of 1 is minus a, but f dash of 1 is actually 2. So, a value f dash of 1, you see, 2 plus a equal to 0, a value is minus 2. In the same way, my dear friends, if you put 2 here, 3 f of 2 minus g of 2 equal to 0, but f of 2 minus g of 2 is 2a plus b. This is 2 f of 2 plus 2a plus b is equal to 0. A is already minus 4, my dear friends. F of 2 is 3, this is 6 plus 2a is going to be minus 4 plus b equal to 0. B is also going to be minus 2, my dear friends. So, f of x minus g of x is equal to minus 2x minus 2. So, he wants f of 4, my dear friends, minus 10 is the answer, f of 4 minus g of 4. Next, you can say, this is very clear, f of x is x plus 1, f of 0 will become 0 plus 1, f of 5 by n will become 5 by n plus 1, 10 by n will become 10 by n plus 1, and so on. F of nth term will become 5 into n minus 1 by n plus 1. If you add all these, 1 is added n times. If you take 5 by n common, 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus and so on, sum of first n minus 1 natural numbers, n minus 1 into n by 2, this is the sum. So, 1 by n into, my dear friends, this is going to be, if you cancel n, this is 5 into n minus 1 by 2 plus n, my dear friends. So, 1 by n is there. So, polynomial by polynomial, you can write 5n minus 5 plus 2n by 2n. So, limit n tends to infinity, degrees are same, ratio of the leading coefficient 7 by 2 is the answer, that is it. Next, you see, you just take it as step x is integer. So, integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 you can write step x plus step of minus x minus sin x you can write. Now, suppose this is I, you apply integral a plus b minus x minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, this becomes step of minus x plus step of sin x dx. This is also I. Friends, you just consider 2I integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 step x plus step of minus x, here and there it becomes integer, otherwise minus 1, this is also minus 1 dx. This is minus 2 into integral dx is x, pi by 2 minus of pi by 2 is pi. 2I is equal to minus 2 pi, I is equal to minus pi. Next, my dear friends, this is simple, you just draw the truth table, you can find that it is equivalent to p. Next friends, here consider the data of x taking values 0, 2, 4, 8 and so on 2 power n, n plus 1 terms. Here NC0, NC1, NC2, NC3, NCn. The mean means sum of the quantity sigma xi pxi, these are the frequencies, sigma xi fi by sigma fi. Sigma xi fi means you can write 0 into NC0 plus NC1 into 2 power 1 plus NC2 into 2 square plus and so on NCn into 2 power n by, you can write sum of all frequencies nothing but 2 power n. So friends, if this is NC1 into 2 power 0, so you add and subtract minus 1, you add, this is NC0 into 2 power 0. Now this is, you can write 1 plus 2 whole power n expansion by minus 1 by 2 power n. This is 3 power n minus 1 by 2 power n. 729 is 3 power 6, my dear friends. This is 3 power 6 minus 1 by 2 power 6. So n must be 6 it is, right. Next, considering the principal value of inverse trigonometry, you see cos inverse x, you can write pi by 2 minus sin inverse x minus 2 sin inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus sin inverse 2x, right. So pi by 2 gets cancelled, minus 3 sin inverse x is equal to minus sin inverse 2x. So sin inverse 3 sin inverse x, you can write sin inverse of 3x minus 4x cube is equal to sin inverse 2x. Now you just equate 3x minus 4x cube is equal to 2x. X is equal to 0 is one solution, he is asking sum of the solutions. 4x cube, you see you can write minus x equal to 0, 4x cube. Sum of the solutions is 0, my dear friends, because x square term is absent. Next, the least integral value of a such that this is always greater than 0. Maintain x square coefficient positive and apply delta less than 0. You will get one inequation containing a, you will get 7 solutions here, right. That means a greater than 3, b square minus 4ac must be strictly less than 0. Solve this quadratic inequation. Next friends, you just consider here x power coefficient in, you see 1 plus x, you can just write like x power 4 coefficient, right. 1 plus x whole power, you can write like, so for x power 4 quotient, right, 1 plus x whole power 101, x power 4 quotient is going to be 4c4, right, 404, you are going to get x power 4 coefficient and minus, here x power 4 coefficient in, you can write like 4c0, this is 4c1 into 1 plus x power 303 in this x power 4 coefficient plus 4c2 into 1 plus x power 202, similarly other two terms. This is like, you can write like 1 plus, you see 1 plus x whole power 101 minus 1 whole power 4 expansion. You want x power 4 coefficient in this expansion, it is like, so if you expand 1 gets cancelled, you will get 101 c1 into x power going to be x plus 101 c2 into x square plus and so on 101 c101 into x power 101 whole power 4. In this x power 4 coefficient is 101 power 4 itself. So, the answer is k power 4. So, k is 101, that is it. Next, my dear friends, there are 3 coins, one is two-headed coin, so having head on both the faces, another is biased coin that comes up 75% of the times, and third is an unbiased coin. First coin head probability 1, second coin 3/4, third coin 1/2. Such coins are there. Now, one of the 3 coins is chosen at random and tossed, it shows heads, then the probability that it was two-headed coin. You see, total probability to get head is, you may get this coin 1/3 chance, getting head is probability 1. So, 1/3 into 3/4 plus 1/3 into 1/2. So, I want this case in the numerator. This is Bayes theorem application. Next, my dear friends. Here V2 is one vector, V1 is another vector. So, obtained by rotating V1 by an angle theta. First of all, they are equal in magnitude, because V2 is obtained by rotating V1 means magnitude are same. That means 4 plus p plus 1 whole square is equal to 3p square plus 1, my dear friends. You will get p value, since p is positive, you will get p value to be 2. Now, once you know p, you know both the vectors, find cos theta, then tan theta, that is it. Tan theta will be in this format, you can find alpha value, right. Next, my dear friends, consider triangle ABC. Now, okay, I can say here, my dear friend, the line passing through the circumference of triangle ABC, circumcenter, and bisects the line BC. Anyhow, the perpendicular bisector of BC only passing through BC, perpendicular to BC, and will passes through S, my dear friends, because at midpoint if you draw passing through S means perpendicular bisector. How do you find perpendicular bisector of BC, my dear friends? X minus x1, 3 minus 1, 2x plus 8 minus 9 minus y is equal to, substitute the midpoint 2 comma, that is 4 minus 17/2. So, which is, my dear friends, 2x minus y is equal to minus 9/2. So, it is going to cut y axis at, put x is equal to 0, 9 comma 9/2. So, alpha by 2 is 9/2, alpha is 9, my dear friends, that is all. You see, suppose ABC are such that this curve is tangent to this particular curve at 1 comma 1. Here, that means this point is there on the curve. So, put 1 comma 0, a plus b plus c is 0, and derivative of this, which is 2ax plus b at 1 comma 0, that means 2a plus b is going to be the tangent slope 3, my dear friends. Similarly, y is equal to x plus 1 is also tangent at 3 comma 4. Substitute 3 comma 4, 9a plus 3b plus c is equal to, you can substitute 4. This is one point. Derivative at 3 comma 4, that is 6a plus b is equal to, tangent slope is 1. These are the equations. You can find a, b, c value, my dear friends. You can substitute here. Simple thing. Next, this question, you just find rth term. This is third term, you can write 1 plus 2 plus 3/3. So, rth term will be up to r by r it is. Sigma r is r into r plus 1/2 by r, which is r plus 1/2, my dear friends. R plus 1/2, you need to apply sigma, my dear friends, up to n terms. Of course, I need S20. S20 means 2 plus 3 plus and so on, 21/2, my dear friends. First number plus, there are 20 terms, n/2 into first number plus last number, which is 23/2. So, 23 into 5 is going to be 23 into 5. So, 115. 115 minus 15 is 100 by 25 is the answer. Next, dear students, in triangle ABC, BC, CA, AB are there. ABC, BC is 7, CA is 8, AB is 9. So, a lamp post is situated at the midpoint E of the side AC, okay, midpoint. So, E of the AC, and subtends an angle tan inverse 3 at the point B. Okay, this is the, this subtends an angle B means this angle, this theta is given as tan theta is equal to 3. Okay, you can find median length by Apollonius theorem, my dear friends. So 9 square plus 7 square is equal to 2 into median, suppose x square plus 4 square, which gives x, friends. Tan theta is known, you want height, tan theta is equal to h by x. Already this is 3x is equal to h, of course x is equal to h by 3. You want h, right? H is equal to 3x. X you can get from this particular equation. Next, friends, the area of the region by y is equal to x square plus 1 will be this parabola, and x is equal to minus 1, x is equal to 2, and y is equal to 2x minus 2 is a straight line with slope 2, but y intercept minus 2, they do not intercept. So, you want this area, my dear friends. Simply integral minus 1 to 2, upper curve is x square plus 1 minus lower curve is 2x minus 2 dx, simple integral, dear students. Next, A has m elements, B has n elements, this is having 112 more elements. 112 we can write 16 into 7, which is 2 power 4 into 2 cube minus 1, which is 2 power 7 minus 2 power 4. Okay. So, my dear friend, the value of m is 7, n is n, mn is 7 4s are 28, my dear friends. Okay. So, that is all this paper, an easy paper, right. Bye.